The finale opens in mourning. Gabinius is laid to rest under somber music, his death still raw and unreal. Kosusha and Viridia are visibly shattered, with Kosusha describing her daughter as someone whose heart has been torn from her chest. This isn't just a family tragedy, it's framed as a blow to the Republic itself. Public sympathy flows easily, Proculus offers condolences, support is promised, everything feels controlled, formal, and political. That tone shifts with the arrival of Caesar and Cornelia, who are described as bringing light into the darkness. Caesar openly condemns Pompey, calling him an enemy of the people who once thrived on Rome's affection. There is talk of justice, preferably violent, but the reality remains Pompey is still protected by rank. Caesar reassures them that Crassus is working behind the scenes. Pompey's army has scattered, Pompey himself has been reassigned, and his fall is only a matter of time. Ashur's presence at the funeral raises immediate tension. Servius, Gabinius' brother, questions why a former slave stands among Rome's elite. Viridia shuts that down by revealing Ashur is now a free man and a respected lanista in Capua. When funeral games are proposed, Ashur moves quickly. He offers his gladiators for free, turning grief into spectacle and loyalty into leverage. The offer is accepted on the spot. Blood will honor Gabinius' memory. But Ashur is then quietly removed from public view, a reminder that his position, no matter how elevated, is still fragile. In private, Viridia thanks him for trying to warn her about Pompey. She regrets not listening. Ashur places all blame on the man who killed her father. Before she leaves, she kisses him, a moment of intimacy that briefly cuts through the political rot. Chorus trains Aquileia relentlessly, emphasizing distance and discipline. When Ashur announces the funeral games, he personally selects Aquileia to face the Scythian in the Primus, the deadliest fight of the day. Elsewhere, Messia confronts Hilara. She accuses her of orchestrating the chain of events that led to Gabinius' death, using flattery and stolen opium to manipulate outcomes she couldn't control. Hilara insists she never intended for anyone to die, but Messia makes it clear intent doesn't matter when a senator ends up in the ground. Messia then reveals she's leaving Capua for good with Domina. Whatever consequences come next, she won't be there to face them. At the villa, Servius slowly inserts himself as paterfamilias. His authority creeps in through comments about tradition, discipline, and protection. He criticizes Ashur openly, calling him lowly. Viridia pushes back, defending Ashur as thoughtful and gentle. Servius doesn't appreciate the resistance. He makes it clear that independence will not be tolerated and that order will be restored. Ashur reminds Caesar of their agreement, stop Pompey, and Ashur gains control of the rebuilt arena. Caesar admits the truth. This was Ashur's scheme from the start. Pompey only delivered the final blow. Gabinius would still be alive if not for Ashur's manipulation. Still, Caesar promises the reward after the game. The games begin with relentless brutality. Gladiators fall quickly, the crowd devours the violence. Satyrus returns to the sands alongside Galatea, facing Taurus, the hammer of the gods. The fight looks hopeless at first, but through teamwork and chaos, Taurus is brought down. The arena erupts and Satyrus celebrates wildly, already imagining pleasure and reward. As the blood cools, political news arrives. Pompey may be fleeing to Greece to rebuild his forces. Caesar vows to end him before civil war erupts. Kosusha openly longs to see Pompey die the way her husband did. Aquileia is introduced as the goddess of death. The Scythian dominates early, battering her and drawing mockery from Servius. But Aquileia adapts. Using her shield offensively, she turns defense into attack. Momentum shifts, steel bites flesh, blood spills. With a final vicious strike dedicated to Calidus, Aquileia kills the Scythian while recalling moments of love and loss. The crowd chants her name. Tarchon sees his father avenged. Viridia is happy for Ashur. Until she sees him lift Hilara and kiss her, jealousy cuts through the celebration. Servius asserts control once more, silencing Kosusha and commanding Viridia to follow him. After the game, Aquileia retreats to her room. She and Tarchon speak of freedom, ambition, and vengeance. She dreams of returning home to kill the man who sold her. Their shared grief turns intimate. Elsewhere, Caesar prepares to leave. Ashur urges him to stay, to eat, drink, and discuss the arena. That's when the truth comes out. Crassus has pulled out. The arena will not be rebuilt. Villas will replace it for profit. Ashur snaps. He reminds Caesar of the bargain. He stopped Pompey's union with Viridia. He orchestrated everything. In return, he was promised the arena. Caesar offers empty words instead. Ashur explodes, screaming about betrayal, Gabinius' death, Viridia's stolen future, and the hollowness of Roman gratitude. Caesar slaps him. Ashur attacks back. Guards rush in. Caesar orders Ashur killed. Ashur fights desperately, killing one guard and wounding another. Caesar enters the fight himself, steel clashes in the storm. Ashur gains the upper hand, forcing Caesar back toward the water. With one final shove, Caesar falls. Ashur stands over him, soaked in blood and rain. He stabs Caesar in the gut again and again, then finishes him with repeated blows to the head. The season ends on Ashur standing victorious, rage finally satisfied, delivering the final bitter words, "Hail Caesar." The finale makes one thing clear: Ashur was never meant to win within the system. No matter how useful he became, Rome would always betray him. By killing Caesar, Ashur doesn't just break his chains, he burns the entire political order that used him. The house of Ashur ends not with freedom, but with open war looming, power destabilized, and blood answering betrayal the only way Rome never understands.